Little did Fando and Kosi know, this day in 2012 would mark a turning point in South Africa's struggle for labor rights and social justice. On August 16, 2012, the sun rose over Marikana, a small mining town nestled in the country's platinum-rich northwest. Yet, the tranquility of early morning belied the tension brewing among the miners. The miners of the Lonmin Platinum Mine had downed tools, demanding a wage increase to alleviate their dire living conditions. Their call for justice echoed after years of exploitation and broken promises. What began as a peaceful strike quickly turned into an atmosphere soaked with anger and desperation. As the days dragged on, Fando and his fellow miners found themselves encamped on the hillside, miles from the mine's gates. The government was unfavorable to their demands, and on this fateful day, the authorities moved in. The police arrived like an ominous storm cloud, armed with rifles and tear gas. Fando stood helpless, watching as fear and tension escalated in a matter of moments. How did it come to this? What ensued was chaos. Live ammunition rang out as officers confronted the striking miners, corners of the field erupting in violence overnight. In mere minutes, the situation escalated horrifically. 34 lives were snuffed out under the weight of police fire. Fando could hardly believe his eyes as friends and comrades fell to the ground, silenced forever. In the aftermath, South Africa reeled from the horror of the Marikana massacre. Local and international media flooded the streets, capturing the anguish, the cries of families, and the voices of survivors. A nation in mourning, yet a wave of anger and demand for accountability rose just as fiercely. The government, known for its anti-apartheid stance, now stood accused of betraying its promise to uplift those it once fought for. The public was left grappling with the implications of what had transpired. Investigations into the police actions and the mine's management began, uncovering a web of corruption and negligence that had allowed such brutality to fester. Whispers of conspiracy flooded the air. Were they acting under government directives? Were union leaders complicit? Amidst the turmoil, Fando became a reluctant voice for change, speaking out in protests and gatherings, igniting a flame of resistance. The Marikana massacre didn't just mark a tragic day in history. It acted as a catalyst for broader discussions around labor rights, police brutality, and social justice. Strikes, debates, and legislation put pressure on the government in a fight for dignity that extended beyond the borders of Marikana. Fando persisted, determined not only to seek justice for his fallen comrades, but to transform the landscape of labor in South Africa. Ultimately, the power of their voices became a formidable weapon. Fando realized that despite the scars of loss etched in their hearts, they were creating a legacy of resilience. Little did he know, this massacre would not just haunt the past, it would guide an entire generation into an era where the stories of workers would not be silenced again.